What's going on, true believers? It's your man Keanu Believes. Guys, I'm going to give you the truth about what's going on in the crypto market. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. I'm not going to give you advice because none of this is financial advice, but I am always right. Oh yeah, crypto winter's over. All right, guys, let's get after it. Keanu's trading at 1403. For those of you that know, you know I made a prediction. I didn't even come close to right. So, I'm not always right. That's right, dog. I've been done told you you ain't always right. Thank you very much, handsome Depends underwear model. But let's move on. All right, guys, I'm speaking to you because I consider you to be the faithful. Over the weekend, we found out that we have a lot of unfaithful people that are in the product, and that's fine. Throughout this journey, we are going to find out that a lot of people that we had a lot of faith on, they are going to let us down over and over and over and over. And that's the journey. At one point, we approached 1,600 over the weekend. We're sitting currently at 1,412. We've got a market cap over 15 now. Somebody who just put in 70 trillion got front run, so ouch. So we're at 1557, just like that. But it's going to be a long journey. We are going to gain and we are going to lose valuable resources along the way. It is important for us to have faith in the process, to do the things that are necessary and believe in one another and know that we're on the right track to get to the right place at the right time. We're up 37%, by the way, on the day. Now let's move on. Out of the blue, a U.S. lawmaker who previously showed little interest in cryptocurrency. If you were wondering why everything suddenly went sideways last night we were introduced to what might be the most sweeping legislation yet to regulate the market. And there's two things, by the way, that caused a little uproar last night, but none of them incredibly serious. Don Beyer, Democrat from Virginia's bill would allow the Treasury Secretary to veto the creation of stablecoins, direct regulators to define rules for decentralized finance, and possibly create a charter for crypto exchanges, among other measures. The 58-page Digital Asset Structure and Investor Protection Act, which Beyer introduced Thursday, seeks to create an exhaustive regulatory regime for digital assets. It would do so in part by defining which sort of cryptocurrencies might be securities, which can be treated as commodities, and bolster tax data collecting for reporting purposes. This is one of the better things that you've seen, but of course, nobody wants to see regulation coming down. But it's very important that we're able to define what cryptocurrency is, especially in the United States, since that seems to be where the happiness or the FUD will come from a lot of times. So it's not a bad bill. We're talking about the difference between and identifying the difference between securities and commodities so that we know exactly what this is, what space that we're in. And if you haven't been keeping track, stablecoins have been a haven for tax evasion. So they're going to look at how to set up stablecoins the proper way so that they are tracked so that people are not evading taxes. And hey, guys, I don't want to pay my taxes either, but if you're making the money, pay your taxes. Man up, do what you're supposed to do. If you don't like it, run for office. That's how this works. You're in a democracy, and in a democracy, your points, your choices, those are made by you electing the people who do what it is that you want them to do or becoming one of those people. So there you go. Assault on anonymity. While the stablecoin provision is likely to be the most controversial, the bill would also require the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network to draft regulations about anonymity enhancing services for crypto. So all we're looking to do, the United States government that is stop tax evasion. And it's not a horrible thing. So let's move on. Mastercard outlines plans for cryptocurrency, stablecoin, central bank digital currencies. So the CBDC thing is basically a bank setting up a digital currency, and the digital currency is basically because it is easier for them to move digital currency around than it is for them to move fiat around. Everybody keeps telling you, and the truth is that cryptocurrency is the future, but it is probably not what you are seeing right now. It is probably some sort of form that will come later. Mastercard will probably have an MC Crypto. Visa will probably have a $ Visa. Each one of those is probably going to be a stable coin of some sort, and they're going to have some inherent value in our market in a regulated way, tradable on one of the CEXs in the United States that are regulated by the government, with very few, it's probably going to look something like Coinbase with probably less options. But that's definitely what's coming down the pipe. These people are going to use the system in order to transfer money around because it's just easier for them to do. So that's a good thing. It is a bad thing. It's a little bit of both. Let's move on. South Korean regulator to reportedly shut down 11 crypto exchanges. This is what came out last night, and this is why you saw the little mini crash happening right about the time South Korea woke up. So basically, what you're looking at is there are a lot of rogue exchanges that are out there that are just flying under the radar, that are becoming havens for tax evasion or criminal activity, and South Korea is clamping down on it. Now, on the face of it, it looks like, oh no, South Korea is clamping down and they're trying to steal your prosperity. That's not the case. What they are trying to do is they are trying to get rid of all of the bad element, because in order for cryptos to succeed, in order for us to have that place in the market where we are doing great and where we are showing the world what cryptocurrency can do, we have to have these moments where we clean out the trash. Basically, we call them the unfaithful. It's just the nature of it, guys. It's the nature of this business. It's the nature of cryptocurrency. You have a lot of unfaithful people who, they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. Be faithful to your product. If I'm not your product, if this is not your product, don't be faithful to it. It's okay. Those of you that care about everybody getting to the moon, be faithful to your product, show people, and we're going to be fine. You are going to have these unfaithful hoes that are just going to disappear because they're looking for their next fix. They're addicts, they're junkies, they're the people who are never going to be rich. Let me remind you, these are the people who a year from now will be sitting in some other chat saying ridiculous stuff like, man, if I had just been done, held it just a little bit longer, then I would have those millions of dollars. And they're going to end it with LOL, because that's what they are. Let that sink in. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Don't be indifferent about it. Like, comment, subscribe, do it all. Hit the bell to be notified of new content. That's my time. Guys, let's have a good day.
Been around since the 80s and wasn't always cool, especially with the ladies. I was a damn fool. Dad was an alcoholic. Mama, she had to leave him. Grew up around the fighting, the fussing, cussing, and cheating. That's when I started breaking all of the rules, selling drugs and robbing people. I was kicked out of school. I was a bad kid, tearing shit up, sleeping on couches with 40 bottles.